The B-1 visa allows you to conduct business in the US, but not to work. So where's the line?
The line is gray, like with everything immigration. But generally speaking, the B1, the permitted activities are things like speaking at conferences, attending conferences, signing contracts, negotiating contracts, meeting with your partners, meeting with, the subsidiary of your company in the United States. These activities are generally permitted under the B1.
What about remote work? If I am traveling to the US for 4 months and I want to keep working for my company abroad?
Right, so this gets a little tricky. Obviously, when the regulations were written, remote work wasn't in the dictionary. So in cases like that, you want to stay more on the conservative side of things. So I don't encourage it, because technically, if you're in the United States and working, doesn't matter if it's remote work or not, it is work. That can get you into trouble.
And technically you get 6 months, but is it a good idea to stay 3, 4, 5 months in the US?
No, it's not a good idea, and it just makes no sense, right? So if you think about it, you're coming to the U.S. on a B1 for a business purpose. As I mentioned, conferences, signing contracts, meeting with clients. Do you really need 6 months to do that? So that's what the officer at the CBP will ask you. So generally, we discourage staying 6 months. Usually for these activities, maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, maybe there are multiple conferences that you have to attend or trade shows that you have to attend. Obviously, if you have the itinerary and let's say your company basically put you in 5 conferences, yeah, maybe it makes sense to be here 1 month or 2 months. But pushing it to 6 months, it can get pretty tricky.
I mean, there might be some occasions where it makes sense, but generally the thing is there's discretion and the officer might not understand
Correct.
that. And you start to get to that line where...
Yeah, because what type of business activity, takes 6 months?
Yeah.
Well, working. So that's where they're coming from.
Yeah, we always talk about this, right? Like, if you're looking at it from the outside, do you really believe it's a business activity? Do you start to think it's work? And even if it was a legitimate business activity, it might start to look there.
Correct.
And you might get into trouble. So when you go to the airport, what are the type of things, what's the type of documents you should have with you to show that this is a legitimate business trip?
Right. So I usually tell clients, first of all, have your itinerary. What are you doing? Where are you doing it? When are you doing it? Also, maybe a letter from your company, from your employer, from your foreign employer, explaining why you're in the United States, what are the activities you're going to be engaging with. And if the officer asks you, just provide these documents. If they don't ask you, you don't provide the documents.
Got it. And the other thing is about frequency, right? We've seen many clients gotten into secondary inspection at the airport basically because they were coming too often, right? Any guidance or thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, generally, it has to make sense, right? So if you're coming here for a week and then you leave and then you come back for another week and then you leave and you come back, that will definitely raise a red flag because, you're here too often. Doesn't matter that you stay, just a week and then you leave and then you come back, you leave, you come back. So usually we see that issue, especially, with, people from Mexico. It's just easy. I mean, it's close, so you can really do that. It's a border state. But it generally is discouraged.
Got it. And what happens if you do these prohibited activities? Like, what are the consequences?
So the consequences, obviously, the first thing, they can cancel your B1 visa. With that cancellation, it's going to be really hard to get a new one in the future. Sometimes, we have people coming in on B1, you get stopped by the CBP, you get put in secondary inspection, and then they just send you back. So you don't even enter the United States. And at that point, obviously, your visa is canceled. And then it will prevent you to get, future non-immigrant visas in the United States. And sometimes, it depends on what happened, what transpired during that interaction with the CBP. You may even have issues when you apply for permanent residency, if that's in your pipeline.
So generally speaking, it's a good idea to be more conservative with the B1. It's one of the most abused ones and ones that we see more scrutiny in the airport to really see if you're really there to conduct business or actually to work. So just be careful. Immigration is a long run. You want to make sure you are not just solving the immediate need, but the medium term and also the long term, all the way up to a green card.